Hey there! Today, I want to tell you a story, one that's been told for thousands of years. It's the story of Jesus. But don't worry, we're not diving into deep theology. Just a story about love, sacrifice, and hope. You don't have to be religious, just open-minded. Let's begin. Jesus was born in a little town called Bethlehem, not in a palace, not in riches, but in a stable, with animals, hay, a feeding trough as a crib. His mother, Mary, was a young woman. His father, Joseph, was a carpenter. But his birth was special. Angels announced it. Shepherds and wise men came to see the child. God was doing something new, starting in the quietest way possible. Jesus grew up quietly, learned to build things with his hands. But around age 30, he started teaching and people listened. He didn't talk like the other religious leaders. He told stories about seeds, coins, and lost sheep. He talked about a kingdom, not one with armies, but one where love ruled, where the last became first, where enemies were forgiven, where the hurting were healed. And he lived it. He touched the untouchable. He healed the blind. He made the broken whole, but not everyone was happy. The powerful saw him as a threat. He called out hypocrisy. He flipped tables in temples. He said things they didn't want to hear. So, they plotted. And one of his closest friends, Judas, betrayed him for 30 silver coins. Jesus was arrested, put on trial, beaten, mocked, and sentenced to die, even though he had done nothing wrong. He carried a heavy wooden cross to a hill called Golgotha, and there he was crucified. But even then, he spoke words of love. "Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing." And then he took his last breath. But the story wasn't over. 3 days later, his tomb was empty. His friends were shocked, confused. But then he appeared to them, alive, whole, real. He walked with them, ate with them, showed them his scars. He had defeated death, not with weapons but with love. Before he returned to heaven, he gave one final message. Go, love people, forgive, heal, serve, and I will be with you always. His followers, ordinary people, became world changers. They didn't have wealth or power, but they had his story, and they shared it. So why does this story still matter? Because it's not just about history, it's about hope. It's about a God who sees you, who walks with the broken, who gives second chances. It's not about religion or rules. It's about love. A love that gave everything so you'd know you're not alone. So wherever you are, whatever you've done, you are loved. You are welcome. You are invited. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you or made you think, let us know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe if you want more stories like this. And remember, love wins, always.